Hey guys, Todd McEwan here. Follow me inside this house. Let me show you how I got to $54,000 a year in passive income in just 4 years. Follow me inside, let's get started.
Hey guys, this is Andrew, and we're here with Todd McEwan. And what's funny is we came here to record getting to, what's the number?
54,000 net passive income per year.
Per year, right? And what's funny is, as we kind of drove up, I was confused because this house is owned by Todd, the house next door is owned by him, and then 2 blocks down, there's another property, right? We all buy all these, I mean, literally, this is Midlothian, there's hundreds of houses that are owned by people from Maastricht, but I'm getting off subject. So, Todd, let's talk about kind of getting to that 54,000 in net cash flow, right? How you got there. So, where and when did it start?
So for me, it started in Phoenix when I was living in San Diego 6 years ago in 2012.
Okay.
So in Phoenix, I picked up 2 houses and I paid cash for those and paid cash for the rehab. So you want me to put this up here for you? Okay, so for Phoenix, it was 2 houses, and roughly after the rehab and the money tied up in those, it was about 140K.
So you had 140K tied up in the 2 houses?
Correct. And my thinking was, I'm going to buy these houses and I'm going to rehab them and refinance them and pull the money out and then keep leapfrogging over and over and over again. But I got stuck because I didn't have a W-2. I didn't have income coming in, so the banks wouldn't lend me the money. So out of that, I had the 140 stuck. And then in positive cash flow from those 2 houses, since I didn't owe anything on them, it was roughly about $1,500 per month total cash flow coming out of those 2 houses. So that was in 2012.
Okay. So I want to just point this out because this is something important to understand, that for all of us, doesn't matter if it's Todd, whenever we all start out, everybody has a limited amount of cash. And $1,500, it can be cheap, but it's not comfortable to live on, obviously, right? So now you came to Maastricht. How long ago was that?
That was in 2014.
2014.
2 years after this.
So basically, now it's been literally 4 years.
Yes.
So Chicago, what do the numbers look like?
Okay, so Chicago, right now I'm sitting at 9
hold on. Before
total
we kind of
houses.
get here. From here, we were saying sometimes you have to kind of almost slow down or you have to move 2 steps back.
Right.
To move 10 steps forward.
Right.
So what did you do with these 2 properties?
So with these 2 properties here, 2 years later, I was able to, through Maastricht, learn how to get in contact with lenders that would lend to someone like me who doesn't have a W-2, doesn't have income coming in. So I held on to one of these houses and refinanced it. It was the better of the 2. And then I was still netting out of that house probably about $900 a month. And then I sold the one house, which gave me $45,000 cash to get started with my first house here in Chicago. So I took the step back you're talking about is I lost some income here, and then I started building here. So it took me about 2 or 3 houses in before I was able to recoup and get back to this level right here.
So now, no, makes perfect sense. So now you've sold both of these, right? To kind of summarize that.
Correct.
You've sold both of these. And what I said was, there was no upward mobility here. There's nothing more that's going to happen in Phoenix. So let's get rid of these gradually, and then let's start buying in Chicago the way we buy them.
Correct.
So where are the numbers as we speak today?
So I have roughly about a net passive income coming in each month out of these 9 houses is $4,500.
That's net after all expenses?
That's net after all expenses.
Okay. So that's about
That's taxes, insurance paid, all of that stuff, plus the mortgages that are in place on the house.
So that's 54,000 or so?
54K is what is coming in right now in passive income every year.
Every year?
Every year.
Man, that's something that you're single. You can live on that. I mean, I'm not saying it's huge, but you don't have any other debt, and that's something you can live on.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you say to that person, because you were that person? right? Self-employed, had done a bunch of flips before, and they're kind of stuck where you have some skill set, which is ability to do flips, kind of put things together, but no W-2 and you're stuck. What do you say to that person that comes to 3-day, that comes to the RIA? Is it possible for them, starting where you started?
It's very possible because I've managed to do this on my own. As far as one person, I'm not partnering with anybody. The skills that I learned through Mastery has helped me to pick up the additional houses, how to buy them properly, also how to refinance them. Most importantly is what to do and not do on the rehab, and not to overspend on the rehab, because they get caught up in that. You have to make it look like HGTV crap, and it's not necessary to go that far. There's a lot of times we don't even touch kitchens sometimes in these houses.
So let me ask you this. As far as your goal, right? Because we always talk about that number, the LPN, lifestyle property number. What is that number for you today? So
when I started this endeavor 4 years ago, it was 10. Thinking that once I get those paid off and I average $1,000 a month coming in, that's $120,000 a year coming in. Then I bumped it up to 15 houses, and now I'm at 20 because I see that I can have 15 for myself. The other 5 I can use to help family members, and that can be passive income money going out to them. So right now,
you have a sister, right?
Yeah.
You'd like to basically, I mean, because you can, right? You don't have to stop at 15.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. I mean, from my end, Todd, congratulations, because starting from where you started to today, I mean, this literally, I mean, it's a system, but yet in somebody's life, it's a miracle, right? So congratulations, and we will see you at the 3-day or the next RIA meeting.